I feel very energized about the race, about what's happening in Massachusetts, and most importantly, about where Massachusetts is headed. Well, I'm used to a fast pace. Look, I've worked as an assistant district attorney, as a district attorney. I know that you have to keep your eye on the future, but you have to also pay attention to what's right in front of you, what's happening today, and where you want to go.
Coakley, ladies and gentlemen,
I care a lot about keeping families safe and making sure that all of our kids have a good education, the opportunity to get in on ladder and get ahead, and more importantly, viva la familia! We have a lot of days behind us. We have a lot of days ahead of us still. My husband's out on the campaign trail with me. It's how we get to see each other, frankly, but it's been fun to do that. We still have to take our dogs for a walk. And I have found that if we pace ourselves, I find it very energizing actually out in our house parties on the street, going into coffee shops and talking to folks about what's going on. And frankly, being encouraged that people think that we've got a better future ahead of us. There's a very different feel. For one thing, I think people are much more optimistic in 2014 than they were in 2010 about the future. I think they believe, and I do, that in looking at where Massachusetts can go and in this race, having time, as we didn't in a special election, to build our volunteers. We've got over 2,000 volunteers. We've knocked on over 50,000 doors. The kinds of things you can't do in a quick special election. And I made sure that if I were going to run this time, I wanted to be able to talk to people one-on-one, get my message out, build that volunteer team. And I'm really happy with where we are in our grassroots progress here. Wall Street had other ideas. They took our money, they gambled with it, and they lost. They lost our pensions, they lost our houses, they lost our homes. And we were the first state to say, this is where we're going to go. Not should we reform healthcare, but how do we do it? There are people in this race who will have easy solutions to difficult problems. And that's why I started out saying, not all solutions have an easy check this box, check this box. And we do spend time, of course, preparing on topics. I've spent a lot of time on campaign talking to experts and talking to everyday people about everything from education to healthcare to tax policy to the kinds of things that matter to people here in Massachusetts, because we don't deal with problems when we should. We'll break down those silos between our DCF, Child and Families, and our Department of Mental Health, and we will give people and family the help they need when they need it, and we will be prosperous in here in Massachusetts. What I like about campaigning is meeting folks. For instance, whenever I talk about my brother and the problems he had with mental illness and the stigma that he felt around it, everybody, every place I've gone, someone will come up and say, I had a brother, I had a friend, and that really connects with people. I feel like we're really connected in the message. This is about ideas and organizing in this campaign. I'm even more excited about being a good governor, as I have being a district attorney, being an attorney general, taking on that job and really leading Massachusetts with help from everybody here where we need to go. You know, the thing that's difficult probably, and it's true for every candidate, is it's a long, long day. We know that. I've been through races before, particularly from 2010. We've learned that lesson. People want to see you. And so just being able to pace yourself with the Attorney General's job. But I love that energy. And so at the end of the day, I'll be happy for September 9th for the primary. But if I'm successful, I'm back out on September 10th knocking on doors.